Sagittarius, have you been feeling a strange kind of vibration inside you lately, as if your soul is trying to whisper something your mind hasn't quite caught yet? It's not worry, not exactly joy, but a kind of opening, like the door of a new chapter is slightly ajar, just enough for you to sense that something is about to change, but not clear enough for you to see the whole picture. Sometimes you're in the middle of a completely ordinary conversation, yet you can feel an unsettled energy around someone. There are looks that make you feel judged, but there are also looks filled with surprise, or even fear. And you wonder, what in me is changing so much that people react this strongly? Sagittarius, you are the zodiac sign of truth. Your soul is always drawn toward light, toward what lies beyond the surface, toward the kinds of truths most people don't dare to speak. But because of that, your journey has never been an easy one. You see too much. You sense what others try to hide. You touch the truth, even when it makes people uncomfortable. And sometimes, your very existence is enough to unsettle those who are not honest with themselves. You did nothing wrong. You are simply being you. But at this moment, your energy is becoming too strong for those who are not ready to stand near it. That's why you've been feeling unexplainable changes around you. People who once acted friendly suddenly seem distant. Those who used to underestimate you are now cautious. Things you tried to keep light and simple are now revealing their true weight. It isn't life turning against you. It's the truth rising to the surface. The truth about you, about them, and about a great blessing making its way toward you. A form of justice the universe is preparing to return to the one who truly deserves it. Now, pour yourself a warm cup of tea or your favorite coffee. Sit down, lean back, and let me tell you the story your soul has been waiting to hear for a very long time. Part 1. The Awakening Call. Sagittarius, and the feeling that your soul is being urged to leave something that has expired. Sagittarius, have you noticed a very strange feeling within yourself lately? A kind of unease that isn't negative at all, as if your soul is whispering an important message. It's not fear, and it's not anxiety. It feels more like the moment right before a big door opens, where you don't know what's waiting behind it. But you can clearly sense that whatever it is will change you in a way you can never return to who you were before. Sagittarius is a sign of strong intuition and a natural instinct for adventure. So whenever something is about to shift, your body and soul always sense it before your mind does. And right now, every sign shows that you are stepping into one of the most powerful transitions you've had in years. You may have noticed that the attitude and energy of certain people around you have suddenly become strange. They still smile, they still say polite things, but you hear another vibration underneath. You see in their eyes the awkwardness, the falseness, or sometimes even the fear they're trying not to reveal. Sagittarius never needs anyone to be 100% honest, but you always know when something is off. That is your natural gift. Seeing through the smile, sensing the truth behind simple words. And when you feel their energy shifting, it is not your imagination. Your soul is recognizing things your heart doesn't yet have the words to express. At this moment, the symbolic arrow of your sign is vibrating in the deepest spiritual sense. Like a hunter sensing the wind changing direction, you feel the movement of destiny. Your intuition becomes sharper, your dreams more vivid, and sometimes even one moment of silence is enough for you to know that you no longer belong to a certain environment or relationship. Sagittarius is born to move, to expand, to refuse confinement of any kind. So when your soul begins to feel tired in a familiar space, that is the clearest sign that the chapter has expired. The root wound of Sagittarius always begins with the truth you carry inside. You are honest, straightforward, unfiltered, You don't pretend to please people. You cannot fake emotions. And because of this, you are often judged as too blunt, too direct, too unpredictable, or mistaken for being careless or insensitive. You give generously. Yet people take advantage of you because they assume your strength means you don't feel pain. You live wholeheartedly, honestly, passionately, and still. Weaker hearts misinterpret your sincerity as recklessness or lack of maturity. No one says it out loud. But you know how many times you've been hurt simply because your true nature doesn't fit into places that are too emotionally small for you. Sagittarius often gets labeled in ways that don't reflect who you are, because no one understands that all your soul really wants is freedom. You don't want to be controlled. You don't want to shrink your dreams to fit someone else's comfort level. But sometimes, you've accepted limitations just to keep the peace, just to avoid explaining yourself, just to avoid hurting people who are too weak to hear the truth. And that very humility is what keeps you stuck in spaces no longer aligned with your soul. But hear this clearly, Sagittarius. You are standing at the doorway of a much larger journey. The universe is pulling you out of spaces where you've had to shrink, spaces where your light, truth, and wild instinct were not allowed to exist freely. You are not losing anything. You are simply being guided to a place where your soul can breathe deeper, stand taller, and live at its true frequency. And this transformation is not only spiritual, it is directly connected to the financial blessing that is heading toward you. Because when Sagittarius steps out of what has expired, when you dare to put an end to things that no longer deserve you, the universe opens the path for money, opportunity, and justice to flow in. The universe never gives big gifts to souls still standing in dark rooms. It only gives when you turn your face toward the light. And right now, you are doing exactly that, even if you haven't fully realized it yet. If this part makes you feel like you've just heard a truth your heart has known for a long time, leave a gentle comment. I am ready to step out of what has expired, and to make sure you don't miss the signs guiding you on this journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe, so we can continue walking together through the light and truth you were born to follow. Next, prepare a warm cup of tea or coffee, because the upcoming section will lead you into the cosmic secrets being handed to Sagittarius at this moment. Part 2. The Astrological Truth. Why Sagittarius is about to receive a large sum of money. Sagittarius. If the previous part was the call from your soul, then this part is what the sky is saying to you. Because while people can hide their thoughts, astrology never hides the truth. And the truth right now is this. The sky is opening a powerful financial cycle for you, in a way very few people get to experience. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is creating a harmonious trine or sextile with the Sun or Mercury. This is not just a beautiful astrological phenomenon, it is a sign of financial unlocking. Jupiter is the energy of expansion, luck, and vision. And when it connects with the Sun or Mercury, you begin to see your path more clearly. The things that used to be blurry suddenly become illuminated. Opportunities that were frozen start moving, and doors you thought were permanently closed begin to open again. At the same time, Saturn, the planet of karma and lessons, is reaching the stage of completing a major karmic cycle for you. This is the time when the people who once blocked you, made you step back, or hurt you with jealousy or condescension, begin facing the consequences of their actions. And you, the one who has gone through all your lessons without revenge, without bitterness, without losing your true nature, you begin receiving the compensation the universe has been recording for a long time. Saturn never pays the wrong person. It always pays the right one, and pays at the exact moment you are mature enough to hold what you're receiving. Your second house, 8th house axis, is also highly activated. The second house is personal resources, self-worth, what you create on your own. The eighth house is money from others, finances tied to contracts, inheritance, compensation, or karmic returns. When these two houses activate together, it means you are entering a financial season that comes not only from your own efforts, but from external sources you cannot predict. And often, when eighth house energy flows strongly, truth rises with it. Something or someone who once hid things from you can no longer hide anything. And here is something meant specifically for Sagittarius. You are the sign of truth, of light, of wisdom. Your financial luck is always tied to truth. When truth is hidden, your money flow becomes blocked. But when you step out of environments lacking transparency, when you leave places that force you to shrink your true self, the financial current is immediately released. Sagittarius carries the fire of truth. When that fire ignites, darkness loses its ground, and when darkness fades, money and opportunity return to their rightful owner. The money you're about to receive may come from many different sources, but they all share one energy: justice. It could be an opportunity someone once tried to block from you, now returning in an even bigger way. It could be a person who once underestimated you, now forced to acknowledge your value. It could be a karmic repayment, something you gave through kindness, patience, or honesty, now returning as a reward. And sometimes, it doesn't come from people at all. It comes as a universal blessing given to Sagittarius after a painful but deeply maturing cycle. Sagittarius, you are in the exact position to receive. Everything you thought was lost is finding its way back. Everything that was stuck is being loosened. Every truth that was hidden is rising. This is the period where the sky stands with you more clearly than ever. If you feel this is touching a truth inside you, leave a comment to affirm the energy. I am ready to receive my compensation. And if you want to continue being guided through these important phases, don't forget to like and subscribe to journey with me through the path the universe is opening for you. Part 3: Tarot opens the door. 3 cards meant specifically for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. When we look to the sky, we see destiny shifting with the rhythm of the planets. But when we look at tarot, we see our soul reflected in it. The 3 cards that appear for you today do not simply deliver predictions, they open a doorway, allowing you to see what is happening in the deeper layers of your energy. Tarot does not speak in logical language. Tarot speaks in symbols, sensations, vibrations. And the interesting thing is that all 3 cards drawn for you carry the energy of fire, the very light Sagittarius carries in every step of their journey. The first card is Temperance, a card tied to inner balance and the harmony between different parts of your soul. Sagittarius is often known as strong, adventurous, sometimes impulsive, but that is only the surface people see. Deep within, you are a soul that longs for harmony. You have gone through a long cycle where you had to hold yourself together to keep peace, to maintain truth, to preserve your authentic identity even when others didn't understand you. Every time you held back from exploding, every time you stayed quiet knowing someone else was wrong, every time you chose to walk away instead of arguing, all of these were moments when temperance was activated within you. But what makes this card even more important is that it signals balance returning in a way you deserve. Not the kind of balance you forced yourself to create, but the kind gifted to you by the universe after you have completed the lessons of the previous cycle. When temperance appears, it means you've walked through the hardest parts, and now your soul is entering a phase of healing, replenishment, and restoration. You don't need to push anymore. You only need to open your heart to receive. And right after Temperance comes the Wheel of Fortune, the card that represents the turning of destiny. This card holds the strongest Sagittarius energy because it is tied to your ruling planet, Jupiter. Wheel of Fortune is not just about luck. It's about timing. It's about the great turning of life where everything shifts when the time is ripe. You've lived through cycles where you felt stuck, where you worked hard but the results never arrived. That wasn't failure. That was the moment before the wheel turned. But now, the wheel is finally moving. Sagittarius. The appearance of Wheel of Fortune is a reminder that you are no longer in a restricted phase. Your luck is returning, in ways you can't predict, can't control, but can absolutely feel. You will begin receiving unexpected opportunities, invitations, financial messages, or information from places you never anticipated. This is not randomness. This is the wheel placing you exactly where you belong. More importantly, the Wheel of Fortune also says this: no one decides your destiny except the universe and yourself. Those who underestimated you, pushed you down, or tried to place you below them, they are merely observers. Your fate, your ascent, your financial blessings, all of it rests in the hands of a force greater than human manipulation. The Wheel of Fortune restores fairness without requiring you to fight for it. And finally, we have the Eight of Wands, the card of speed, news, messages, opportunity, and sudden movement. If Temperance is peace, and Wheel of Fortune is the shift, then Eight of Wands is the breakthrough. It says that what you truly desire is moving toward you faster than you think. Not in months, not in years, but in the vibration of the coming weeks or even days. Eight of Wands carries the energy of the arrow you shoot. Once released from the bow, nothing can stop it from reaching its target. This suggests that the large sum of money you're about to receive does not come slowly. It arrives as a strong, swift movement, a message, a contract. Eight of Wands opens a fast and unobstructed flow. If you felt delayed or blocked before, from this point onward, everything begins to move smoothly, continuously, and far more easily. When combined, these three cards create a clear narrative about the Sagittarius soul. You once stood at a crossroads, unsure whom to trust or which path to take. You were hurt by a lack of honesty, by people who seemed friendly but hid the truth from you. You were made to doubt yourself because of someone else's words. But Tarot is saying, you have healed. Temperance, you are shifting your destiny. Wheel of Fortune, and opportunity is racing toward you. Eight of Wands, no one can control your luck. False words spoken about. You cannot stop the universe from delivering your reward. And the truth others tried to hide will inevitably surface, because Eight of Wands never allows information to remain in the dark for long. Sagittarius, the money is coming faster than you think, as fast as an arrow, finding its target and never turning back. If you feel the journey of these three cards aligns with what you're experiencing, leave a gentle comment. I am ready to receive what belongs to me. And to avoid missing the next tarot messages, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can continue walking together on the path unfolding before you. Part 4, the energy ritual for Sagittarius. Numerology plus colors plus karmic release. Sagittarius. When you enter a period where destiny is shifting as powerfully as it is now, you don't just need to understand astrology or tarot. You also need to adjust your own energy so it aligns with the flow of luck moving toward you. Ritual is not superstition. Ritual is the way your soul sends a clear signal to the universe. I am ready. And for Sagittarius, the sign of intuition, truth, and movement. Gentle rituals aligned with the right frequency can create profound transformation. In numerology, the two most important numbers for you right now are 9 and 1. Number 9 is the number of endings, the completion of a karmic cycle, the release of what has become outdated. Number 9. Always appears when you are stepping out of an old version of yourself, leaving behind limitations you once believed you had to accept. Sagittarius is not meant to remain in places that make your soul shrink. Number 9 reminds you that the old cycle has ended, the exhausting relationships, the suppressed emotions, the responsibilities that were never yours, the environments that held you back. All of these are being removed from your shoulders. Number 1 represents beginnings. It symbolizes a new doorway, a new path, a new opportunity, and a new flow of finances. When number 1 appears in Sagittarius energy, it tells you that your soul is preparing to release a new arrow, aimed at a bigger, higher, more deserving target. Number 1 does not come with doubt. It comes with confidence, clarity, and openness. If number 9 cuts the chains, number 1 carries you into the vast horizon you've always dreamed of. To fully activate these two numbers, the colors you use also play an important role. Sagittarius is tied to higher knowledge, sharp intuition, and the ability to see beyond the surface, which is why deep purple is the color that brings powerful connection. It expands your intuition, helping you see the truth more clearly, especially during a time when so much is being revealed. Purple also protects you from the influence of people carrying negative energy, the ones who fear the truth you naturally carry. Besides that, orange-yellow holds the energy of fire. It aligns perfectly with Sagittarius, a fire sign always moving forward. Orange-yellow activates confidence, motivation, and especially wealth energy. People who use this color during times of transformation often feel lighter, more proactive, and more magnetic to financial opportunities. You can carry a small orange-yellow object, wear something in this color on important days, or place an orange-yellow item in your workspace. What matters is that you feel its warmth radiating outward. The next ritual for you is simple, but incredibly powerful. In the evening, write down one thing you need to release. It can be a person, a habit, a fear, an emotion, or a sentence that once made you shrink. Write it as specifically as you can, then burn that paper safely. Fire is the native language of Sagittarius. It releases, transforms, and clears the path. When you burn that paper, you are not just ending something old, you are sending a clear message that you are ready to move into a new chapter. After the release ritual, place your hand on your lower abdomen, the center of creativity and primal intuition, and say slowly, "I am ready to receive what belongs to me." This is not just an affirmation. It is a key. When you say this with sincerity, you open the door for what is yours to return to its rightful path. And finally, keep the number 1 or number 9 inches your wallet, or write it on a small piece of paper and keep it in your pocket. This is not for luck. It is to remind you that you are standing between the two most important processes of your life, ending and beginning. When you carry number 1, you carry the new doorway. When you carry number 9, you release what has expired. Sagittarius, ritual is not for forcing the universe. It is for helping you become the most open, ready, receptive version of yourself. And right now, the universe is sending a great deal toward you. If you feel this ritual resonates with you, leave a comment to activate the energy. I am ready to enter the new chapter. And don't forget to subscribe, so each week you can receive more energy rituals crafted specifically for Sagittarius rituals, gentle enough to do daily, but powerful enough to shift your destiny. Part 5. The 90-Day Transformation, Financial Luck, Revealed Truth, and Sagittarius's New Role. Sagittarius. If the previous 3 parts were doors opening layer by layer, then this part is the moment you walk through them. Because over the next 90 days, your life will move in a way that even you, someone who believes in change, will be surprised by. This is not a gentle, gradual shift. This is a pivot, the loud turning of the wheel of destiny, the kind of shift that redirects your entire path. The first thing you need to know is this: truth will erupt, not slowly, but all at once, like a beam of light sweeping across a room that has been dark for too long. People who once talked behind your back, people who twisted the truth about you, people who smiled at you while hiding jealousy in their eyes, all of them will be exposed. Sagittarius is the sign of truth. And the universe never allows your truth to be hidden forever. In these 90 days, everything you've sensed, that someone wasn't sincere, that someone tried to block you, that something important was being concealed, will be confirmed. And the most beautiful part, you don't have to do anything. You simply stand there, and the light reveals everything on its own. And right at the moment truth comes to the surface, an important financial opportunity will appear. It won't show up as luck. It will show up as proof that you were right. Right for walking away from places that were no longer aligned. Right for keeping your integrity. Right for not abandoning your true nature for the comfort of others. This money, or this opportunity, is the universe's confirmation that you have completed a major cycle of growth. Sagittarius never needs to beg for recognition. Truth and fortune will do it for you. During this same period, you will notice your role shifting very clearly. Within the family, you become the one people ask for advice, the one they listen to, the one whose voice carries weight. Not because you tried to prove anything, but because truth and time have already proven it for you. In work or community environments, you become the guide, the person with broader vision, sharper intuition, and more accurate judgment. Things people once criticized you for being too direct, too honest, too unpredictable, now become your strengths. What was once misunderstood is now recognized as the quality of a spiritual leader. Because Sagittarius is not just the sign of fire, you are the sign of light that shows the way. When you stand firmly in your truth, people naturally look to you for direction. You step into the energy of the guide, not through titles, but through the maturity of your soul. And then there is a very specific image that tarot, astrology, and energy all point toward Sagittarius standing behind their bow, aiming toward a new horizon where the light stretches endlessly. You have walked through forests, through darkness, through strong opposing winds. You've been misunderstood, tested, pushed to your limits, but now you stand in a different place, higher, wider. And when you raise your bow, you're not just aiming at a target, you're aiming at a new version of yourself, one that is stronger, wiser, and no longer bound by the past. These 90 days are an invitation from the universe, an invitation both serious and gentle. Are you ready to receive this gift of justice? Sagittarius, the answer is not in your mind. It's in the beat of your chest, right now. If you can feel the transformation approaching, leave a soft comment. I am ready to receive my gift of justice. This not only activates financial energy, but also opens the next turn of your destiny's wheel. And don't forget to like and subscribe, so we can continue walking together through these fiery 90 days the universe has prepared for you. When you've journeyed with me all the way to the end of this video, it shows that the heart of Sagittarius within you is opening to receive a new chapter. A chapter where truth, finances, and destiny merge into one powerful turning point. What you receive today is not just a prediction, but a reminder that you have walked through challenges no one saw, stayed true to your nature, even when the truth made others uncomfortable, and chosen growth over reaction. That is the true strength of Sagittarius. The courage to face things, the courage to walk away, the courage to trust a bigger path. The greatest lesson this video brings you is this: truth always knows its way back. You don't need to force yourself to prove anything, nor do you need to change anyone. When you live aligned with your values, what isn't meant for you naturally falls away, and what is meant for you begins to arrive. In life, sometimes, the most important lesson isn't how to defeat others, but how to not lose yourself in the noise. Sagittarius has walked through so much noise, and what you're about to receive is the result of your honesty and consistency. On a practical level, remember that from now on, trust your intuition. It is rarely wrong. Leave any place that forces you to shrink your light. Let truth lead you instead of fear. Keep your spirit open, because luck is moving toward you. If anything in this video touched you, leave a gentle comment to affirm your energy. You can write, "I am ready to receive my blessings." This is not just a declaration. It is a way of opening the door for fortune to enter your life. And if this journey helped you understand yourself more deeply or see your path more clearly, don't forget to like the video so it can reach others who need this message. Subscribe to the channel so we can continue walking together through future astrological journeys, where each message arrives exactly at the moment you need it most. Thank you, Sagittarius, for being here, for listening, for allowing your soul to be seen. I'll see you in the next video, where a new chapter is waiting for you to open it.